Yo, what is good? My anime preview. What is good? So, with this week's episode, I honestly feel like it's continuously showcasing so much potential, but at the same time, just by watching the quote unquote um, equal exchange, it's clearly budgeting on much things that I'm more interested in than they are budgeting on things I can see if I want to go and look it up, right? Um, to be fair, I am watching the uncensored version. I just figured they're probably gonna hide some kind of blood and fighting stuff like that, but to think that they completely just put it all in the dark when it came down to the bandit who our main character finally is using magic on and almost could have put himself in the worst case scenario where if there was another bandit there, he could have died off the rip because he was so out of it. He was on the ground and was completely dazed and confused to the point where he couldn't even make out Roxanne slash he didn't even notice when she got there. He only knew that she was there. And that should tell you a lot about his mental state at that point. So that was a life or death situation that he caused just because he cast that one spell, and the anime decided just to go to a black screen with some white lines and sound effects. And after it was all said and done, we saw a little bit of blood, and that was kind of it. To the point where the trader could not make out the body. He thought a self destruct orb was used, and funny enough, our character has self destruct. So I think he also learned low key what self destruct is going to look like and what it looks like if that's just what happened with equal exchange. Like if that's the outcome, whoever ends up losing the most health and depleting just blows up. That's pretty tough. But if that's not the case, and this guy actually used an orb or self destruct or something like that, I would not be surprised because we know the bandits have a way to be marked and found, and to think that if you're a bandit, you probably have like a code you live by, and to hear that your fellow bandit a hand has come up and that someone's claimed their bounty would hurt kind of bad. So maybe this is just a way for them to keep the bounty away from people, or whatever have you. I'm not entirely sure, but I like that there's still more layers to everything that happens in this show. It's not just one thing. It feels like a lot is always kind of getting introduced. So that being said, we really get to see our character pushing himself way too hard, and thanks to having Roxanne there, he was mostly safe, but using that spell, being already exhausted, and then running to the dungeon, which cost him NP to do, just didn't seem like an intelligent thing to do. And with him in his mindset, it made a lot of sense that he would do something like that because he's not in the right mind. Uh, Getting his MP back, and after doing that spell against the bandit, he becomes a mage, and with it can cast fire, water, breeze, sand, and so forth, all the basic elements. But he has three variants of them all: single target, defensive, and multiple target. Which I love it. I love this show and its archetypes of powering the main character. It comes to the fact of after they leave and everything's said and done, that they go to the capital. Him experiencing the teleportation to anywhere, he can teleport there. But it tells you how draining it is when we have this elf girl doing it multiple times, teleporting to other places, and she never seems to drop her demeanor. Right? She doesn't change at all, and then he does it and comes back from the place that he's at, and it just ridiculously almost drops him to his knees. Maybe because once he becomes a mage or a higher class of mage, he will have more MP to use. But as of right now, it's still tough to say. But with all that being said, I hope you have an amazing one. If you guys want to talk about anything else in the comments of any of my videos, I'm always down to talk. And that if you drop a like and subscribe, it will help the channel out tremendously. This is a one take video, and I appreciate all the support y'all have been giving me. Thank you, and bye.